Hey guys, Adam from Top Dog here, working on those selfie stick skills again, and doing a video right now talking about exactly what I'm doing at this very moment, which is walking my two dogs, Knox and Zeno. And I go over the importance of taking your dog for a walk every day in our monthly newsletter that's actually going out later today, which is what's got me so hot on this topic, also because it's come up several times recently with some of our clients. And I just wanted to go over the importance of it and do a video just because it gives me a chance to go into a little more detail about what I mean when I talk about it in our newsletter, the importance of taking your dog for a walk every single day. A lot of people underestimate how important it is, and in the newsletter I give 3 reasons for why it's so important to take your dog for a walk every single day. The first one I talk about is just leadership building skills between you and your dog. Your dog has to view you as a leader. When I just pan down to Knox and Zeno, you might be able to tell, but they're walking even with my leg. Neither of them is out in front of me. They're following my lead. They don't get to sniff around a whole lot. They don't get to pull or check things out. I might occasionally let them stop and check out something that looks really cool, but for the most part they just have to follow the leader. That's what this game is. And that's really important because it ends up spreading out and reaching into every aspect of our lives together, because a walk is just a crucial part of leadership skills in a dog's mind. If I can't walk my dog, there's a good chance my dog's not going to want to listen to me when a guest comes over and I tell him not to jump up or things like that. So the walk really does teach the dog that you're the leader. They should follow the leader, because that's what dogs do when they're in a pack setting. The leader sets out, leads the pack, the rest of the dogs jump in line and follow them. The second thing I talked about, I think, was second I mentioned the importance of it because of physical and mental exercise. So Knox and Zeno get an unfair advantage. Obviously part of our business is a daycare, and so they get to have tons of physical exercise. They get to play with new playmates on a daily basis, just about. They get to run around, play all day long. So really they don't have a huge need for more physical exercise. They get a lot just through playing in the daycare. But they still need mental exercise, because especially Zeno, he can run and play and stuff all day, but then I bring him home and he still wants to get into some trouble because he still needs a mental outlet for some of his energy. And that's where the walk comes into play. When we're out here walking, what ends up happening is they're exercising impulse control every step of the way. They want to sniff, they want to stop and pee on stuff or things like that, and they learn that they're just not allowed to, because I've taught them proper impulse control on the walk. They have to pay attention to me. So every time a squirrel takes off or a bird flies or something like that, they think, oh man, that'd be kind of fun to go chase that right now, but I can't. So they're exercising that mental impulse control. So it's more than just physical exercise, it's mental exercise as well. The third thing I talked about in the letter, let's see, I think it was talking about the instinct that the dogs have to just naturally want to go for a walk. Every dog naturally, instinctually wants to go for a walk. It's in their every cell of their body. It's in their genetic makeup, because in the wild, like I mentioned earlier, dogs as a pack go for walks to check out their territory on pretty much a daily basis. Most of you know that dogs are closely related to wolves, and we've had the cool opportunity to check out some of the wolf behaviors up at Yellowstone National Park, and they've collared some of them. And one thing that they've seen is that those wolf packs, they go out for a walk on almost a daily basis, and some of their walks are pretty crazy long. In fact, they've been known to travel up to 42 miles in a 24-hour period, and they're out there for various reasons. They want to check out the territory, they want to look for new food sources, they want to find new water sources, maybe a safer place to sleep, or see if any enemies have entered into their territory that night or something like that. So the dog going for a walk around the neighborhood kind of thinks that it's doing that. They're checking things out, they're watching you, they're paying attention to your lead, see if there's anything that concerns you around the neighborhood. And it really does become a basic pack instinct fulfillment for them to go for a walk around the neighborhood each and every day. Now here's a good example of impulse control. You can just hear those dogs barking over there. These two, still in line. They'll glance over, they'll look over, they'll check things out, but they know better than to take off and go try to start something at the fence because of those leadership skills that we talked about earlier. They know, hey, if Dad's not concerned, no need for me to get concerned. So hope this helps you guys. Hope the wind wasn't too bad on the microphone. And enjoy, keep training your dogs, and we'll talk to you later.